Okay. Alrighty. I believe in steps. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." But the Bible does not say, "For I know the plans I have for you, and I'm going to tell you right now." No. Picture this. On this earth, we only see a small part of what God is doing. When God gives us that next step, it's like this spotlight that hits the ground that we step into. But we only take one step at a time. I found this to be true in my own life as well. Let me show you. Okay, I'm 5 years old now, and I'm in the church. I'm near the front of the aisle, and my parents are behind me, and I'm singing, "Open the eyes of my heart, Lord." And I'm thinking, my parents will think I'm a highly spiritual child because I'm doing these cool hand motions. That was the first step. I'm in the youth group now, and just watching the older girls genuinely worship God, I realized that I don't have that personal worship time with God. I have performing, and I begin to despise my need to perform, and I withdraw to the back of the room where God enables me to break free and take that next step. Fine Arts, Districts 2010. I'm waiting in the sanctuary for my worship team to perform, when suddenly I received the news that 2 of my other groups are going to get to perform in the celebration service that evening. Oh, I march up onto that stage, and I just thank God for His blessings, and even though we were being critiqued, we were worshiping. To be able to worship in front of a crowd was the next step. A year later, I'm standing almost exactly in the same spot, this time for my piano solo. And Zephaniah 3:17, "The Lord your God is with you. He is mighty to save. He will take great delight in you, and he will quiet you with His love. He will rejoice over you with singing." Calmed by this scripture, I go for it, and I play without pride, without nervousness. And when I get my scores from the judges, I read, "I could feel the presence of God." That was the next step. National Fine Arts, August 2011. This performance is different. Instead of performing for people, I'm able to take the piece and share it with people. Afterwards, when I begin walking towards the back of the stage, a lady stops me and she says, "I could feel the presence of God in your music." That was a huge step! Me! God used me! Do you not remember the 5-year-old girl over there literally going through the motions? I mean, I'm not worthy to be used by God. But because I've repented, God's grace now covers that sin. And the steps when I was 5 years old, I could not have seen where God would take me now. But God, He saw past the actions of a 5-year-old, and He took me and He guided me relentlessly through these motions, through these steps, these experiences, and He molded me. He's still molding me. I have to be relentless too. I can easily become that 5-year-old again. My motives are not always perfect, but my focus must always remain on glorifying God, because that's why I'm here. My life, my talent, all of it. It's just to paint a picture of how awesome the living God is. That's why I'm created. That's why you're created. You're created to glorify the living God. But maybe you haven't been. Maybe you never have. Maybe you don't even care. Maybe you're thinking, why should I glorify God? Do you remember those plans? You can only receive the fullness of the plans He has for you if you surrender your life, your heart, your all to Him. Would you, right now, surrender to God? Would you ask Him to be glorified in your life? And would you relentlessly seek that all of your days? Will you let God take you from here to here? Woo!